Hello, Taurus. This is Veritas Malefica with a general reading for the new moon in Virgo on September 2nd, 2024. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, not a personal reading. If you are looking for a personal reading, I do offer those on a limited basis. The information for how to book that is listed below in the description box. Again, I am tapping into a collective energy. So I hope some of these messages will resonate for you. If they don't, feel free to check out other zodiac signs that may be in your chart for this cycle. I've already meditated on the energies and shuffled the cards, and we're going to go ahead and get some. I'm very, very focused on the color green. Everything that is green around me, I keep being like hyper fixated on. And so I feel like money is what I'm getting from that. This will be a good time for your finances and your home space and things like that, things related to your material world. I think you may also have a hyperfixation on the material at this particular point in time. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm also getting that this will not be a super eventful time period for you. Like I'm getting a kind of slow, like no drama sort of vibe, just very calm. So that is, I think, pretty good. I wonder what that was that came out so forcefully there. Let's see. And that's exactly that energy that I just said. Okay, Three of Wands. You're just kind of looking at where am I going and deciding what is the pathway that I'm taking. Yeah, you haven't necessarily made any movement yet, but you're kind of considering where am I going from here? What is the guiding light that I'm looking towards? How am I going to navigate these waters? Where am I going moving forward? And so there's a kind of like a steady planning energy. And I think you're thinking about it in terms of material and finance. Let's see here. I'm getting that I'm supposed to breed all of these face up. So that's what I'm going to do. Wow, King and Queen of Pentacles together. So you are really focused on your material right now. This is also divine counterpart energy, so it's in a very balanced way. This is you getting what you want. This is you plotting and planning and carefully moving towards what you would like to manifest and how you'd like it to manifest. Interesting. The other cards that I have that came face up, this is very much that energy I was tapping into, focusing on what you want and going for it and feeling like everything's good because everything's good within. Like I know what I have and I know what I'm going towards and I'm going towards it and it's coming to me because it's already kind of there. It's like manifestation in its purest form. You realize that if you have that feeling within, then it creates it without. And this is very happiness, very, wish fulfillment sort of vibes and balanced. I feel like other people are working with you in a positive way, and the universe is bestowing its gifts upon you right now. The wheel is turning in your favor. Now, this is not just like, oh, it's just giving everything that you could possibly want without you having to do anything. You're working very hard towards this. You're plotting, you're thinking about how you'd like it to manifest, and then you're working towards it, actively working towards it and bringing it forth in a very balanced way where everything is flowing, it feels good. And again, not without work, but it's happening. Cards that came out like this. Wow, yeah, and this is also the vibe. Very much Four of Wands. Happy home, balance. This card can sometimes mean marriage, but I just feel like it's a lot of stability, happiness, structure, things flowing in a very balanced way. This may indicate that you have a divine counterpart coming in, or that the relationship that you are in is very balanced. This could mean marriage for some of you. That you're planning a marriage or getting ready to, take the next step in a major relationship. Yeah, the one card that I'm going to allow to stay in the reverse is the High Priestess, because I do see that there's like a little bit of lack of even though we have cups on this table, the vibe I'm getting from this is very much focused in the material world. And I think that there's a little bit of a need to listen to your feminine side and relax a little bit and allow some space for things to flow in. I think that's going to help with this Wheel of Fortune energy to turn and bestow the gifts that are meant to come to you in the way that they're meant to. Let's get a few on the High Priestess to kind of see. Yeah, that's a little bit of stubborn, sticky energy. There's a little, you gotta let go a little bit. You gotta let go. There's a little bit of holding on, a little bit of greed, not letting the energy flow enough, and you need to relax a little bit and let the energy flow. There's very stubborn, yeah. You're like, no, I know exactly what's right, and this is exactly how I want it, and that's it. Allow a little bit of wiggle room. Let things flow a little bit more. Let your divine feminine come out a bit more, because it's going to lead you to happiness. It's going to lead you to ultimate happiness. We have 9 of Cups, but the 10 of Cups is just behind the Fool, and it keeps showing itself. So if we'd much rather have 10 Cups than 9 Cups. That's all of your hopes and dreams fulfilled. Everything you could possibly imagine and wish for. Like, things are going really good, don't get me wrong, but it could be even better if you allow a little bit more of that feminine side to activate and release a little bit of the control and kind of like a hoarding energy is happening here. Let's get more on that 4 of Wands, because that's a 4 of Pentacles there too. Tell me more about the 4 of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Huh. All right. So there's a need to balance things out here. This is really interesting. This is coming up because we had the 9 of Cups here in the upright, but it's in the reverse on the underneath. And I think this is also giving the same message that, you know, in order to not be disappointed, in order to access all of the cups that you need, there's a little bit of a need for a shift in perspective. In order to have this completely everything you want exactly how you want, allow the emotional flow to come into it a little bit more. Allow your mind to be changed, allow other people's opinions to come into the equation, especially if this is in regards to an emotional relationship. Like if there's 2 people involved, we have to allow the other person to have a say in things. Otherwise, it's not fair. So it's not all about you. There's another person involved. And so there has to be that balance, that open perspective to keep it where you'd like it to go. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Santa Muerte deck. And let's get more on this 9 of Cups here. Talk to me more about this theme. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to be hurt. You want everything to pan out exactly how you'd like. You don't want there to be any indecision about it. You want the marriage. You want the sign the contract. I want this in writing. I want this done. No wobbling, no back and forth. I want this now energy, and I want it my way. And that's not the most balanced way to come at it. I think these cards are more of advice. Let's get more on the 6 of Cups. Yeah. This may cause, if you stick too stubbornly to your guns, this may cause a little bit of friction. This may cause somebody to kind of stray away into I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do a little bit of manipulation here to get the balance that I do require. I want to be with a partner that is allowing me to flow, allowing me to exist here, allowing me to do things in my own way. It's not just your way or the highway. If you keep in this, like, everything is exactly how I need it and want it to be, and I don't give a shit about what anybody else's needs are, that's going to cause this other party or this other person or this other thing that is creating the balance in their relationship or the balance in the situation. It's going to cause them to go out on you, whether that's somebody cheating on you, somebody lying to you, somebody deceiving you in some way. That will happen if you do not release and allow the proper balance. The other party has to also have their cups filled, also has to come at it with a feeling of the Nine of Cups within. If it's just about you and your needs, that's not a balanced situation. Yeah. The wheel can turn either way. The wheel can turn either way. And you've experienced that before, I think. If that's what you want, if you want to create something new and you don't want this connection anymore, all the more power to you. But I feel like this is suggesting to avoid a terrible situation, to avoid imbalance, to avoid having to look out on the path and do something new entirely on your own. Maybe allow the other person to have a say in things. It's not all about you. All right, that's what I've got. Use this Virgo energy to, allow some other influence in, and you don't have to be on the throne on your own. You don't have to hold on to things so tightly. Relax a little bit and allow the other to help. Tap into your intuition a bit more. And yeah. All right, that's what I've got for you, Taurus, and I will see you in the next lunar cycle.